Hello everyone, my name is Nadeem Khan. Welcome to Uncommon Literature. In this video, I am going to critically analyze different aspects of the novel Frankenstein. I have already made a video on its summary, so you can have a look. So you can find the link of the video in description. So let us begin. I want to tell you its background. So Mary Shelley was the wife of P.B. Shelley, the romantic poet, and she was the daughter of William Godwin and Mary Wollstonecraft. So you can understand she was already a product of very intellectual people, and she was in the company of intellectual poets as well. So one day on the summer vacation, P.B. Shelley, Mary Shelley, and Lord Byron, they were sitting together and they thought to have a horror story competition, out of which Frankenstein is the only complete product of that context, and obviously it is the winner of that competition as well. So let us move to the critical analysis of this novel. First, we have to see its title. Its full title is Frankenstein, the Modern Prometheus. So it is linked to a Greek legend of Prometheus, who formed a clay image of men and women. So basically Prometheus made men and women out of clay. Remember this point? And he gave them life by stealing the fire from gods, and therefore mankind came into being. Later, Prometheus was punished by Zeus and he was changed to a rock and tortured continuously for his crime. So when Prometheus stole the fire and animated the men and women are made out of clay, Zeus was very upset by his doing and Zeus punished him. This story you have to relate to the novel of Frankenstein. Here Prometheus is Victor Frankenstein, who also animated a monster and gave him life after associating different limbs from another bodies. But when he came to life, it was so ugly that its own creator could not bear the sight of it, and Victor left him at that moment only. So whatever suffering later on Victor Frankenstein suffers is the example of the punishment which represents him as the true Prometheus, but he is the modern one. He is also being punished by his own doing. What he did, he is being punished for that. So that is why the myth of Prometheus is very important in this novel. Next we move to its epigraph. Epigraph is a quotation or some lines from another work which suggests the theme of the work. So epigraph is given at the very first title page of the novel, and it says, "Did I request thee, maker, from my clay to mold me man? Did I solicit thee from darkness to promote me?" The lines are from Paradise Lost, book 10, line number 17, 43, 44 and 45. So these are the lines spoken by Adam, and he is questioning God that, did I request you, my creator, to make me a man? Did I solicit thee, meaning did I beg you to promote me from darkness? So here remember this word clay. You can relate this word with the legend of Prometheus. He also made the man and woman out of clay, and similarly the line also shows the importance of clay and the maker and the man. So you can understand that what is the relevance here. So it shows that when monster was deserted by Victor Frankenstein, he was living a very miserable life. He was not getting any shelter. People were not liking him. They were looking at him with a lot of disgust. Even when he got shelter from one family, they also did not accept him. And when finally he confronted his creator, Victor Frankenstein, he only begged him that the same lines which are given in the epigraph. So he is saying that you are the person who made me and then you left me, you abandoned me. What is my mistake? What is the my crime? So why I am being punished? Okay, this is the issue. Since he has not been accepted by anyone in the entire world, he requests Victor to create a female monster for him so that he can have someone with whom he can be happy. As Victor was creating the monster, the female monster, and it was about to come to life, Victor suddenly realized that after some time these monsters will start to have offsprings and the world will be full of monsters. So he suddenly has this realization and he destroys the female monster and he destroys the last hopes of the male monster as well. Now you have to relate this point from the myth of Prometheus. He is also creating man and woman, but they are monsters actually. But he suddenly, before he creates the female monster successfully, he destroys it. He does not let her come to life. So that is why this is the difference between the ancient Prometheus and the modern Prometheus. So here you can also add this point in the relevance of the myth of Prometheus. Next, we move to its narrative technique. It is the most important narrative technique you would find in any novel. So this is called framed narrative or Chinese box structure of stories within stories. So here what happens is that you have story, a main story, and many different stories within that story. Okay, story within a story, story within a story, like this. I also show you, you can have a look at this image or diagram. So it shows different frames. Why it is called frame narrative? Because the first frame narration is started by Robert Walton's letters to his sister. So the novel opens and we get to know that Walton is a shipman. He is going to the North Pole and he is writing letters to his sister and he is telling her about his dangerous mission. And that's when he progresses his story, we get to know that how he found Victor, and chapter 1 starts from Victor's story. And from chapter 1 we have the narration of Victor Frankenstein and he tells the story of how he created a monster, and the narration goes on till chapter 10. From chapter 11 we have the story of monster. Monster narrates his own experiences and how he became very eloquent in speaking. How did he learn to speak? He read books like Paradise Lost. So here also you have one reference with Paradise Lost and epigraph and the monster. So you can relate how the epigraph is coming from the monster's perspective. So you can understand, my students, that here first frame is given by Walton's letters, then the story of Victor starts from chapter 1, then from chapter 11 the story of monster starts till 16, and now it will goes in reverse from 17 to 24 chapters. Victor Frankenstein continues his story, and in the end, after chapter number 24, in the conclusion, Walter comes back and he concludes the story, but the story is open-ended. Okay, so we don't have a very good ending of this novel. So the novel is very open-ended. So I hope by this diagram and by whatever points I have told you, you must have understood what frame narrative technique is. So I hope that whatever important points or aspects related to this novel, I have made them clear to you. So if you still have some doubts and any other questions you have, you can write me in the comment section. Also subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.